Good morning, YouTube. Guess what time it is? It's about 6:20, but shoot, man, I got here like 6 o'clock. No, matter of fact, I got here like 5:59. I'm sitting here waiting on this person to get here so I can get to going. But before I start working and do what I normally do, this video is really for new drivers that's just getting released from your trainer. You just getting out of trucking school, and now you are on your own and start driving. Now, you already know, I'm sure, just from doing your training, that it is possible to get in tight crunches, especially if you're one of them people that like to follow GPSs. Don't do it. Or you think that if you put the directions in Google and you using Google directions, you know Google Maps are made for cars. So if you don't have the eye to know the small streets, as a new person, don't do it. Use your directions that you either get from the company or actually call where you're going and get directions. Make sure you use truck routes. And one of the best advices for just having an eye for it, if it's not a main road, a main highway, or just a business street road, a truck don't belong on it. So if you see a residential area, don't turn down it, because most likely it's going to be a lot of swivels. It's going to be really tight turns. And remember, usually truck and trailer is between 72 feet, probably about 74 feet. It just depends on the tractor you got. But usually you're going to be pulling a 53-foot trailer, usually, if you not unless you're doing containers, or 48 feet, or it just depends on what you're doing. But generally speaking, people straight out of school, most likely you're pulling a reefer or a drive-in, which is 53 feet. And a lot of times with the truck, the tractor is usually like an extra 20, 24, 25 feet extra. So that being said, if you get stuck on the road because you just made a mistake, we all make mistakes. I still make mistakes sometimes. And I made videos about this. Stay calm. Remember what you learned from your trainer, unless you had a bad trainer. I hope you didn't have a bad trainer. Hopefully your trainer has taught you how to deal with getting in tight spaces, and hopefully the school you went to taught you really good on how to back. And a lot of things you're going to use when you're getting on tight streets, especially if you got to back up how you came in, you're going to use the straight line backing. Sometimes you might have to use the alley dock. And then sometimes you might have to hug curbs and run up on curves just to clear a turn if you got on a really small street that now you got to, turn on this really small street. You won't have to improvise. But like I said, just be calm, stop and think, breathe. Like, really look far in the, first of all, look far in the head. If you're looking far in the head, you won't, really get too much into something, because hopefully you're going at a speed to where you can comprehend way ahead of time before you even come up on something to say, you know what, I'm not doing that. This truck don't belong down something this small. So like I said, if you realize that it's a street that don't belong, first look out for the no truck signs. Look out for that. Look out for signs that say dead end, because you don't want to get on the truck. Obviously, it's a dead end. Or that street turns from a pavement road to now is a dirt road, because you can get into them crunches too. And if you get into those crunches to where it's about to turn into a dirt road, you're going to have to back out the way you came in. I've been through that too. So like I said, just pay attention in school while you're in school. If you got a good trainer that you're training with, pay attention to the trainer. Don't go into the training like you know it all. Like, oh, I did this when I was 8 years old. My dad used to have me drive trucks all the time. Oh, you do it like this. Oh, no. Please be open-minded to where you let your trainer do his or her job to train you effectively if you got a good trainer. So like I said, just first of all, take your time. Look far ahead. Sometimes if you have to put your flasher on and pull over in a safe manner and get out and look before you go any further, do that too. So it's just a lot to consider when you out here driving on these roads. Because like I told you guys before, doing this Family Dollar account, if anybody do get hired on, I don't even know if they still hiring. I think they got all the drivers they're getting. But if you do get hired onto the Family Dollar account, you better know how to back. You better know how to back. If you don't know how to do nothing else, you better know how to back a truck. You better know how to back, and you better know how to drive. Because a lot of these Family Dollars are, to be honest, we can't avoid residential streets sometimes, because a lot of these Family Dollars are in residential streets. Like this Family Dollar I'm at now is right next to I don't know if it's a middle school, high school, but it's right next to a school zone. So I have to really have my eyes like peeled to the road to see far ahead, because some roads we have to go down, even though in my mind, my normal thinking, I ain't supposed to go down it, but some of them you have to go down because that's where the Family Dollar is residing. So, well, it just depends on what job you got, on how you need to perform your duties. But some jobs, you earn the money that you make from it, because you you have to kind of, you know, do a lot just to get the job done. And I really don't consider this a lot, because I've already paid my dues, and I've already went through my ups and downs of knowing how to maneuver on back streets. So just remember, if you get on a dead-end street by mistake, you're going to have to back out how you came in. If you get on a residential road, now obviously you done got too far to where, you know, you can't, you know, get out, you're going to have to probably keep straight until you can't go no more, until you find another main highway. Sometimes GPSs would say, hey, make a left here, and it's on a narrow street. If you see that that's a narrow street and you really know your turn, and you know you don't try to force that truck into that turn, because you're just going to end up making things worse. So just don't be nervous, stay calm. The more that you panic and then you get all sweaty and shaky and nervous, you're going to mess up something else, because nobody never does anything right when they're so nervous that they're about to poop their pants. I was about to say the S word. So just take your time, breathe. Just instead of worrying about it, think a step ahead. Okay, if I do it this way, can I do it that way? If I back this way, can I back that way? Just take your time. The key word is it's no rush. Put your flashes on to let people know that you are a hazard. Take your time until you get out of that crunch. And sometimes, if you get in something to where you just can't do it, I mean, you might get a ticket and you might not. You might just have to call 911 to get, you know, police assistance to help assist you out of there. And if it's safe, you know, some people, and I've had a video like this too, to where I got on a small road and I actually had a bystander to where he was my sight person, to where he helped me to back out. Like he actually, because sometimes you might have to back out onto a road to where traffic is coming. So he actually helped me out to where he stopped the traffic, so that way I could back out and get out. So if you're in a safe place and you kind of got to feel that you can get a bystander to help you out, then you might have to get a bystander. But if things really get that bad, just call the police. And like I said, you might get a ticket, you might not, but sometimes safety comes first, or just saving property, your life, or other people's lives come first. So just think about all that. So like I said, these are for my new people that's just getting out of school. I'm sure all you senior people, you got this damn pack. You probably whooping like, man, shit, this is like driving the car. I know that's how I be. Shit, I drive this truck better than I drive my car. To be honest, I'd rather drive a truck than drive a car, because you sitting up high to where you can see a lot more. Like I really have more pleasure in driving my truck versus driving a car. So driving a truck can seem intimidating at first, but once you get used to it and everything is repetitive, it's really not that bad. You just have to let time have its way with you to where it'll turn you into a seasoned driver over time. So don't be hard on yourself. Everybody done been at the beginning stages to where they had to learn and they had to, you know, just get to where they're seasoned. So it's nothing wrong with you. You know, you still trying to learn. Then if I turn my wheel right, it'll go left. If I turn my wheel left, it'll go right. But I don't want to put too much cut in it, because if I put too much cut in, now the trail's going too far. Like all that just come with learning, doing it. But that don't mean that you're not no good. You just learning, you new. So, all right, guys, I'm going to try to take a short nap, because this manager, I don't know where this person is. But usually when that door open, I know they're here. But most likely I'm probably going to have to call the store. But, yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting. So, all right, guys, I hope you guys are driving safe out there. Please don't be hard on yourself if you just starting. We all done been in our beginning stages. Everybody done had a rookie stage in their driving career. So time is the essence. I'm making better time of it. Hustling and working as usual. So I love you guys. Hugs. All right, y'all. Deuces.